Number 7. During a robbery, 30 television sets were taken from a store. The newspaper reported that 40% of the store's televisions were stolen. How many televisions did the store have before the robbery? So 30 were stolen. The newspaper said that was 40% of their total TVs they had in the store. So which pieces do we have here? We have the part and the rate, because the 30 represents part of the total number of TVs, and the 40% is the rate. So if we have the part and the rate, how do we use those two numbers to find the total number of TVs or the base? Divide them. Good job. And so how I'm going to tell me what that's going to look like.
You convert first the 40% to a decimal.
Beautiful. Okay.
And then
move it over 2 spaces to the left, 0.40.
And then put 30 on the top.
Okay. So 30.40 equals 75. So part divided by the rate equals the base. So 30 televisions were stolen, but there were a total of 75 TVs in the store. Number 8, Daryl's take-home pay was $14.80 a month. So that's after taxes, right? He figured out that his rent and credit card bills were about 35% of his net income. How much were his rent and credit card bills each month? So what two pieces do we have there? We have the part in the rate or base and rate. Right? Because $14.80, that's the total income he brings home. So that's the base. Then the rate has a percent sign next to it. So we know 35% is the rate. So how will we set that one up, Alicia, to find? If we have the base and the rate, we need to use those two numbers together to find the part. Okay, what did you do? You want to tell me? Okay. Boom, boom. 0.35. Okay. So the rate, and if we divide that by the base, 0.35 divided by 1480 equals 0.0002. So that means that his rent and his credit card bills were 2/1000th of his salary. So that's not right. So let's look at it again. We have the base and the rate. What do we do if we have the base and the rate? Multiply
1480
times 0.35. So you get 518. So let's go back and make sure we're answering the question here. How much were his rent and credit card bills each month? They were $518. Oh, you got it right? You got to have confidence in yourself, Alicia.
I got it.
You got it? Okay. So now we've covered the formulas. Part divided by base equals rate. Part divided by rate equals base. Rate times base equals part. Okay? Part divided by base equals rate. Part divided by rate equals base. Rate times base equals part. Now, how are you going to remember that? That's good. You do want to write it down, but when you're in the test,
I was reading the book, and then there's like this little triangle thing, and I just remembered what it looked like.
remember the triangle? Okay. It's the way to do it. I'm not saying there's a right way or right or wrong. I'm just wondering how you're going to remember it. Here's what I do. I just remember that whenever you know the part, it's always division. So if one of the pieces that they give you is the part, you're always dividing. And the part always goes on top. Okay? So if I don't have the part, I know I'm multiplying. If I have the part, I know the part goes on top, and the other piece I have, whether it's the base or the rate, doesn't matter, goes on bottom. Okay? So if in the problem they give you the part, if you have the part as one of the pieces, you know it's division. And you know the other piece is going to go on bottom. It's going to be divided by the base or the rate. It doesn't matter. Because see, part is on top in both cases. That's how I remember it. So if I know the part is division. If they don't give us the part, it's multiplication. It's rate times base.
Either base or rate.
Yep. Doesn't matter. You just multiply them. So if you look at a problem and you don't see the part there, you know you're doing multiplication. If you look at the problem and you see a part there, you know you're doing division, and you just divide it by the other number that's there. Okay? Anyway, that's what works for me.